Hey guys, welcome to Dow Jones Futures Review. We went over some stuff yesterday morning, Monday, and then from there, we didn't really get much else. What we got was a failed breakdown of the morning lows right here at 10:30. We undercut them, and then we ran up. You can see here on a 45-minute chart too, wasn't much going on. We had the initial failed breakdown of these lows at 9:30. As I mentioned, and then another one that happened right away, higher volatility at 10:30. So we undercut, pushed up, and then one can long about 4 points above the low here, the lowest low. So we have these lows and this low right here and this low right here. So what I probably want to do is for sure clear these, and because this is still within a 4 point frame, I would just want to make sure to clear it. I probably wouldn't be as concerned as to clearing it by 4 points. So again, what that means is I'm just more interested in the lowest low here because the other lows that are present are within the 4 point frame. So if these lows were higher up, then I'd be a little more concerned. So 4 points above this low is about 47.7. So just so you can see what that looks like visibly, let's draw a green line there for trigger purposes. This tells us that's where we want to go long. Now here is another example of how one can enter there or a little lower. You can see right here at 10:30 we back tested not only this low but these lows as well. So if you wanted, once we started pushing back up, you could have went long a couple points below around 47.58 because we got good acceptance. Now you have the option there. Let's look into like a 5-minute chart a little bit and start to see more details, just so you can start to visibly see what we're looking at there. So in this case, we at 10:40 we hit the reclaim level and we slow down, and then we started pushing back up. It doesn't get better than that. So again, one could have entered at 47.45 or at 47.7. Both would have worked out for a nice 7-8 point return right away. Came back, offered a second entry here, and then that ran up almost 17 points. So a really good trade. I just entered a trade right now this morning, so let's talk about why I did, and we can kind of understand more and more about what we're looking for. So overnight, we got pretty much selling, and we tested this level. We got within 2 points of it. There was a low right here though, so if you wanted to, you could have went long. You can see the action around it was pretty trappy, which is really good to see. So you probably want to see this low clear, although it's not a significant low. It's all we had to work with. And we had a shelf as well. You can see this shelf of lows right here that we're trying to turn from support, and now it's resistance, and now we want to go above that. So 4 points or 3 or so above this was about 33, which is right above this minor level and right above all this clunkiness. So I would have said I probably want to see that clear. For the long, you can see how we dip below, hit it, dip below, hit it again, more acceptance, never held above. However, because of the acceptance, one could have longed here and been a little patient, not been so quick to take out the stop loss right here. But if you were patient enough, then the price action just did the work for you. One more trap at 3 a.m. and we started pushing up, and that worked awesome from 47.33 right to this level 47.43 for 10 points overnight, and that was the overnight trade. When I woke up just now, I noticed that active failed breakdown. I noticed that there was a clear low here too. This low is about 47.38, so 47.42 would have been about the entry I'm looking for that failed breakdown. However, there were some clear lows right here of significance. You can see this low at Thursday 5 a.m. led to this right here, and a bunch of little lows set around there as well, and then some lows set around here too. Most of which aren't significant, but still I'm conscious of them because those are liquidity sweep areas. So I'd want to see this whole area clear before taking a long. Now 47.42 was our entry point, like I mentioned earlier. We got some great acceptance there. We went through at 5.45 and sold down. So at that point, when we come back up, one can long. And long I did, 47.42 to 47.50, 8 points. Good morning and good night. Awesome trade. Now in a runner. Simple as that. Focus on the small setups, repeat and rinse and repeat. What am I looking for now? So we're on an active reclaim now and a failed breakdown of this low. Pullback as usual will be great. A failed breakdown of this area of these lows and this low will be good. Otherwise, if we can get as low as here and undercut this, I'd be even happier. A possible second entry. So maybe we can dip back, trap below this level, and then start pushing back up. Could be a potential long too. And that is Dow Jones for this morning, guys.